When Ursula Andress stepped onto that Jamaican beach in 1962's Dr. No, she didn't just create an iconic cinema moment. She established a template that would influence 6 decades of film history. But as society evolved, so too did the Bond girl. What started as a beautiful woman who needed rescuing transformed into a complex character who often saved Bond himself. But out of over 30 of these memorable characters across 25 films, who truly stands as the greatest Bond girl of them all? Today, we're diving deep into the world of 007 to rank the 10 most iconic, influential, and unforgettable women who've shared the screen with James Bond. And we repeat, this is only the Bond girls that made it to the top 10. Let's see who made the cut. But before we dive deeper, as always, here's a quick ask. If you're new to the channel or haven't subscribed yet, please take a second now to hit that subscribe button. One small click for you is a huge deal for us. Thanks. Number 10. Xenia Onatopp, GoldenEye, 1995. Not every Bond girl has to be one of the good guys. When Famke Janssen strutted onto screens in 1995's GoldenEye, she redefined what a femme fatale could be in the modern Bond era. As Xenia Onatopp, Janssen created one of the most memorable villains in the franchise, a woman who literally killed men with pleasure. A former Soviet fighter pilot turned assassin, Xenia brought a gleeful sadism to her role that made her more than just another henchwoman. Her scenes with Pierce Brosnan's Bond crackled with dangerous chemistry, each encounter a deadly dance between two predators. Whether she's racing Bond through the hills of Monte Carlo or engaging in a fight that blurs the line between combat and seduction, Xenia commands every scene she's in. What sets Xenia apart is how she subverts the typical Bond girl formula. She's not waiting to be won over by Bond's charms, she's actively using her own deadly allure as a weapon. Number 9. Ana de Armas as Paloma, No Time to Die, 2021. Sometimes, the most memorable Bond women aren't the ones who get the most screen time. In just 10 minutes of No Time to Die, Ana de Armas' Paloma managed to steal the show and create one of the most beloved characters in recent Bond history. When we first meet Paloma, she seems almost out of her depth, a CIA rookie who claims to have had just 3 weeks of training. Her nervous energy and bubbly personality make Bond, and the audience, unsure of what to make of her. But the moment the action starts, we realize this was all a brilliant deception. She's no damsel in distress or a femme fatale. She's a highly skilled operative who happens to be genuinely excited about her work. Whether she's taking down Spectre agents in a ball gown or executing perfect synchronized combat moves with Bond, she does it all with an infectious enthusiasm that's completely unique in the Bond universe. Number 8. Honor Blackman as Pussy Galore, Goldfinger, 1964. Sometimes a character becomes iconic, not just for what they do on the screen, but for how they change the game entirely. Honor Blackman's Pussy Galore was revolutionary for her time. A tough-as-nails pilot who led her own aerial team and went toe-to-toe with Sean Connery's Bond both physically and verbally. Before taking on the role of Pussy Galore, Blackman was already known for playing action-oriented roles in The Avengers, and she brought that same physical confidence to Goldfinger. Her judo flip of Bond remains one of the most memorable introductions in the series. Without Pussy Galore, we might never have gotten the more complex Bond girls that would follow. Number 7. Michelle Yeoh as Wai Lin, Tomorrow Never Dies, 1997. As Chinese spy Wai Lin, Michelle Yeoh brought unprecedented physical prowess and action credentials to the role. More importantly, she created a character who never needed Bond to save her. More often than not, she was saving him. A skilled martial artist, expert marksman, and a brilliant intelligence officer, Wai Lin matched Bond in every department. The chemistry between Yeoh and Brosnan wasn't just romantic. It was a relationship built on mutual respect between two consummate professionals. Unlike many Bond girls before her, she never compromises her mission or her principles for Bond. Their partnership is one of equals, with each bringing their own strengths to the table. The spectacular motorcycle chase through Saigon with Wai Lin and Bond handcuffed together remains one of the franchise's greatest action sequences. Number 6. Jane Seymour as Solitaire, Live and Let Die, 1973. In a franchise built on spy gadgets and Cold War tensions, Solitaire brought something entirely different to the table: mysticism. As portrayed by the mesmerizing Jane Seymour, Solitaire was a genuine psychic whose powers made her both valuable and vulnerable. What makes Solitaire particularly fascinating is how she represents Bond's first real encounter with the supernatural. Her ability to see the future through tarot cards added a new dimension to the franchise, moving it beyond the realm of pure espionage into something more exotic and mysterious. Seymour brought a unique innocence to the role. Her journey from being Dr. Kananga's imprisoned psychic to finding her own agency created one of the most compelling character arcs in the series. Her chemistry with Roger Moore's Bond felt different from what we'd seen before, less about seduction and more about liberation. Number 5. Barbara Bach as Anya Amasova, The Spy Who Loved Me, 1977. Known by her code name XXX, Major Anya Amasova represented something revolutionary in the Bond franchise, a female agent who was genuinely Bond's equal. Barbara Bach's portrayal of this KGB agent brought a new level of sophistication and complexity to what a Bond girl could be. When she discovers that Bond killed her lover during a mission, she promises to kill him once their joint mission is complete. This creates a fascinating tension throughout the film. Two professionals who must work together despite personal vendettas. The chemistry between Bach and Roger Moore works because it's built on mutual respect as much as attraction. Their relationship evolves from professional rivalry to genuine partnership, setting a template for future Bond films where the woman would be more than just romantic interests. Number 4. Ursula Andress as Honey Rider, Dr. No, 1962. Sometimes the original really is impossible to top. When Ursula Andress emerged from the Caribbean Sea singing Underneath the Mango Tree, she didn't just create an iconic movie moment, she defined what a Bond girl could be for generations to come. As Honey Rider, Andress brought more than stunning beauty to the role. Her character is tough and self-reliant, and she had survived in a dangerous world long before she met Bond. The knife strapped to her hip wasn't just for show, she knew how to use it. What makes Honey Rider particularly special is how she set the template while avoiding many of the stereotypes that would follow. She is simply a woman who gets caught up in Bond's world, but never loses her identity in the process. Number 3. Halle Berry as Jinx Johnson, Die Another Day, 2002. If Ursula Andress's beach entrance in Dr. No set the template, Halle Berry's homage to that moment in Die Another Day proved that some classics just never go out of style. But Jinx was far more than just a callback. She represented the modern evolution of what a Bond girl could be. As an NSA operative, Jinx matched Bond not just in fighting skills and spycraft, but in wit and confidence. Berry, fresh off her historic Oscar win, brought a level of star power and acting prowess to the role that elevated every scene she was in. When she and Bond worked together, it's a partnership of equals, not a case of 007 coming to the rescue. The character was so well received that MGM seriously considered a Jinx spin-off film, which would have been a first for a Bond girl. While the project ultimately didn't materialize, the fact that it was even considered speaks to both Berry's performance and the character's impact. Jinx proved that a Bond girl could be strong enough to carry her own story. Number 2. Eva Green as Vesper Lynd, Casino Royale, 2006. I'm the money. With those 3 words, Eva Green's Vesper Lynd announces herself as a different kind of Bond girl, for a different kind of Bond film. As the woman who broke James Bond's heart, Vesper remains the most complex and compelling female character in the franchise. The tragic complexity of Vesper's character, a woman forced to betray the man she loves to save him, gave Casino Royale its emotional core. Her death didn't just end a love story, it created the cold, emotionally distant Bond we know. When he tells M, "The job's done and the bitch is dead," we know it's a lie. Vesper's impact on Bond would last for the rest of Daniel Craig's tenure as 007. Number 1. Maud Adams as Andrea Anders and Octopussy. The Man with the Golden Gun, 1974, and Octopussy, 1983. In the 60-year history of James Bond, no actress has ever achieved what Maud Adams did, successfully playing 2 distinct leading Bond girls. This unique accomplishment alone makes her legendary, but it's the quality of both performances that earns her the top spot. As Andrea Anders in The Man with the Golden Gun, Adams portrayed the vulnerable mistress of assassin Scaramanga, creating a tragic character whose death still resonates with fans. Then, in a remarkable return to the franchise, she embodied the powerful and mysterious Octopussy, a sophisticated smuggler who commanded her own criminal empire. What makes Adam's achievement particularly special is how different these characters are. Anders is trapped and desperate, seeking Bond's help to escape a deadly situation. Octopussy, on the other hand, is Bond's equal, a confident leader who matches 007 in both wit and resourcefulness. She even earned the distinction of having a Bond film named after her character, the only woman in the franchise history to receive this honor. Through these two roles, Adams demonstrated the full range of what a Bond girl could really be. From tragic victim to powerful ally, no other actress has been trusted twice with leading Bond girl roles, and none has shown such versatility in the 007 universe. And that is our top 10. So, who's your favorite Bond girl? And let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to subscribe for more deep dives into cinema history. This video is made by movie fans for movie fans.